daily book called Journey to the Heart by Melanie. And so I'm going to continue that. And today's excerpt is entitled One Step at a Time. So one step at a time. That's all you can take. That's all you have to take. Yes, you have visions you've created of where you want to go. But you don't get there in one leap. You get there one step at a time. That's how you receive your guidance. That's how you respond to the guidance you've received. Let your faith be strong. Your faith will keep you going through those moments in between your steps. When your faith is strong, you don't look in fear at the journey ahead, wondering if you will get all the guidance you need, or if you will get to where you're going. You know you will. So you take the simple steps, one at a time, that lie ahead. You take them in joy because you know you're being guided. You have faith that the simple steps you are led to do will take you to your destination. So one step at a time. That's how you will get where you are going. You are being led each step of the way. All right, so I think that's it's crazy how appropriate those little readings are to our current situation. So a lot of us could probably resonate with that. One step at a time. Maybe you have gotten out of your exercise routines at home or your social routines, but we're getting back. We're getting slowly one step at a time out of this pandemic to where we can hopefully do normal things again, and I can see your faces again hopefully soon. So all right, so let's all scoot up to the front part of our chair and just think about sitting up nice and tall. That good posture, like if someone was going to take your picture, you would just sit up really nice and tall, right? So that's what we want to think about. And just kind of planting your feet. And then if you'd like, you can close your eyes here. And we're just going to start to tune into the breath. Tune into how our body's feeling this morning, physically and mentally. So taking everything else out, not thinking about anything that's outside of this room, and just noticing how you feel. If you're not comfortable closing your eyes, just maybe stare at a place on the floor in front of you that's not moving. And just tune into that breath. Maybe noticing how your inhales feel. Maybe your belly button lifts, your collarbone lifts. Maybe your collarbone starts to drop, your belly comes back in as you exhale. Good. And yeah, we're not in a nice, quiet yoga studio, so we have distractions, but that's part of just ignoring the chaos, just kind of being the calm in the middle of the chaos. Good. We're going to drop our hands and open our eyes. Drop our hands to the sides of your body. Keeping a nice pressing down through your feet, pressing down through your sitting bones. On your next inhale, we're going to bring our hands up and overhead or out in front if overhead is harmful in the shoulders. Good, and then take your palms, turn them out and down. Still sitting up nice and tall, that picture perfect posture. On your next inhale, hands come back up overhead, just a nice, easy movement, and then an exhale, bring them down. Good, we're gonna work through this about 4 more times. So trying to connect your arm raises with your inhales, and your exhales, pressing that air out and down. Good, 3 more here. Deep breath in and out. Very nice. Inhaling as you come up and exhaling as you come down. Trying to link your movement to your breath. Don't worry about what I'm doing. I'm just talking up here. Another deep breath in, reach it up. And then exhale, press it down. Good. We're going to add a twist to those arm raises. So on your next inhale, we'll bring it up. And then as you exhale, twist to your right and bring those arms down. Good. Take another deep breath in, bring your arms up overhead and turn to the center. And then exhale, twist to your left. Good. Still sitting up nice and tall. And then use your inhale to bring you back. All right, let's do 2 more of these each side. So an inhale to the right. Good. All the way back up to center. Nice big arm reach. And then exhale to your left. Good. Deep breath in. Big overhead arm reach. And then this one we're going to hold. So we'll come down to our right side and hold for 5, 4. See if you can look past your right shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in, back to center. Overhead arm reach. And then exhale, twist to your left. Holding for another 5 here. And maybe you look over that shoulder. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to come all the way back up to center. Nice big overhead arm reach. Big breath in. See how tall you can reach. Maybe kind of alternating those hands, doing some reach ups. Kind of feels good in that side body. Good. We'll stay here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You guys look like you're picking apples. You're going to take your right hand on your left wrist here. Good. Deep breath in and try to bring your biceps kind of back towards your ears. Yeah, feel that opening through your chest. And then on your next exhale, we're just going to gently tilt over towards that right side. We're not really pulling on our wrist here. We're just kind of letting that gravity do its work, right? So no red marks from your grip there. So nice, loose grip. Another deep breath in. And then let's fold a little bit deeper towards that right side. Good job, guys. Take an inhale. Bring yourself all the way back up. Good. We're going to release that bind and do our reaches again here. Arms are probably getting a little warmed up. Shoulders are probably talking to you a little bit. Good. Just kind of breathing through that. Nice. Now we're going to switch out that grip. So this time you're going to grab your right wrist, taking a deep breath in, kind of opening up, trying to bring those biceps closer to your ears. Good. And then we're going to lean on over to that left side. Just kind of thinking about lengthening as you inhale and then folding further over as you exhale. Feeling that side body bend and just finding a spot that works for you. There's no pushing that needs to be done here. Just letting the body kind of find that posture. Good. Releasing anytime you need to. One more deep breath in and out. And then taking your inhale, we're going to come all the way back up to center. Take those hands out. And we're going to take our thumbs and find our hip creases this time. Good. So like you mean business, like a mom that means business, right? Next breath in, lifting up through your chest, drawing your shoulder blades together and your elbows together behind you. A nice chest expansion. Gentle tilt of the chin towards the ceiling. And then an exhale, hands to your lap. Chin to chest. Good, we're going to do 2 more of these. These are called chest expansions. So deep breath in, reaching up into your mountain pose. Exhale, thumbs to your hip creases. Next breath in, inhale, expanding your chest towards the ceiling. Shoulders, blades squeeze together. Exhale, chin to chest. All right, one more, guys. So a deep breath in, really reaching up, expanding through the chest. Exhale, thumbs to your hip creases. Deep breath in, open up through the chest. Gentle tilt of the neck. Shoulder blades squeeze, elbows come together. And then release it all, hands to your lap, chin to chest. And while you're here, kind of in a half forward fold, we're going to explore further into our forward fold. So starting to kind of heel toe your feet a little bit wider just to give yourself more space to work with here. Keeping your gaze down onto the floor, not doing any magic tricks up here. We're going to start to tilt forward, letting our head completely drop. And then if you'd like, you can bring your forearms to your thighs. And you can stay here for your forward fold. If you feel like going further and it would feel good in your body to do so, release your forearms from your thighs and create an arm swing by grabbing opposite elbows with your hands. Once you've found the forward fold version that you want to practice today, make sure you have dropped your head. So you just want to make sure there's no tension through the back of your neck. And to release additional tension, maybe try moving your head in yeses and nos. Just, oh yeah, good. And if I was to come back around and tap you on the back of your head would just bob like a bobber in the water. Just nice and weightless. Good, another couple breaths here. Keeping those heads down. Good. Notice maybe you can go deeper into your forward fold on your exhale. Good, creating space and length with your inhale. If you created a bind, go ahead and release your hands. And on your next inhale, start to slowly roll yourself up and try to resist the temptation to bring your head up first. Try to let it be the last thing that comes up. Good, and then once you're fully seated, go ahead and bring that head up. Go ahead and take a nice little shoulder blade, shoulder roll here. Can't find words today. And then switch your direction, going the other way. Very nice. Good. We're going to practice some sun salutations today, so let's bring those legs in about hip width. And on your next inhale, find your mountain pose. We'll move through the first one pretty slowly here, just to make sure we're connecting our movements to our breath. So deep breath in, and then as you exhale, we're going to find that forward fold. So taking your time, nice and slow movement here. Make sure you drop that head. That's the hardest part. And then as you inhale, we're going to bring our hands right below our right knee and starting to tuck our right knee into our chest and lifting our chest up towards the ceiling. Now, if the knee lift isn't going to work for you today, just keep your foot planted and lift up through your chest. Okay? So then after you have lifted up your chest, you're going to exhale and round forward, bringing your head towards your knee. Then we'll bring that foot back down to the floor and reach up, big mountain pose. Very good. And then exhale, forward fold. So we've got to do both sides here. So on your next inhale, you're going to explore your left side. So left knee can come up into chest, or you can just do your chest expansion. Then as you exhale, head towards your knee. Plant your foot and reach up, mountain. Good, we're gonna move through these a little faster here. So exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right knee into chest, chest to ceiling, big breath in. Exhale, head towards your knee, rounding in. Inhale, plant your foot and reach up, really expanding up. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, hug your left knee in this time. Chest is up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, rounding head towards your knee. Plant your foot, reach up, mountain pose, deep breath in. Exhale, breathe it out and fold forward. Inhale, right knee. This is your last one. So deep breath in, chest up towards your ceiling. And exhale, head towards your knee. Inhale, mountain. Plant that foot, reach up, sit up as tall as you can, and then exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, left knee comes in this time. Lifting up, expanding through the chest, and then exhale, head towards your knee. Inhale, big mountain pose, reaching up. This time as you exhale, you're going to find airplane. So you're going to reach back behind you and hinge forward, really squeezing those shoulder blades together. And see how high up towards the ceiling you can get the backs of your hands. Yeah, like you're gonna fly. Good. And then just looking forward here. All right, on your next inhale, mountain. And on your next exhale, airplane. Good. We're gonna do this 2 more times. So deep breath in, really reaching up, filling up through the lungs, through the belly. And then exhale, emptying out, hinging forward, airplane. Good. 1 more, deep breath in. And exhale, fly into your airplane. Good, we're gonna come all the way back up into our mountain, big breath in, and as you exhale, let your hands find prayer and come down into heart center. and just smile. You're all here today. We're almost back to normal. Let's take a deep breath in and let it go. Start to bring your feet together so you can heel toe your feet together. Check into how you're sitting. Make sure you're still sitting up nice and tall. If your knees touch as you bring your legs together, great. If not, that's fine too. We just want to sit to where we can keep those legs as close as possible. We're going to start to find our twist here. So we'll start with our right side. We're going to hinge forward. And then as you get ready for your exhale, you're going to twist towards your right side. So your left elbow is going to come towards your right leg. Now you can take that elbow and hook it over your right leg, okay? Or you can open up those arms. I prefer to open up my arms here, okay? And if lifting the right hand is harmful on your shoulder, think about bending your elbow and reaching back, okay? So finding that version, taking a deep breath in, and then as you twist, think about bringing that top shoulder back and bottom shoulder forward. And while you're here in this pose, we're gonna stay here for a few more breaths. Check out your knees. Make sure one knee's not in front of the other. Our knees like to race in this one, so make sure they're parallel. And then try to keep your gaze on your thumb. If your hand is lifted, try to keep your gaze on that thumb. Another deep breath in and out. Good. Inhale, really reaching up, finding a deeper twist if it's available to you today. And then we'll take our hands together, heart center in prayer, and take a nice slow twist back to center. Good. Deep breath in and out. So you lucky ducks have two sides of the body, so we get to go to the other side now, right? So we'll take a deep breath in, and we'll start to hinge forward and take a nice slow turn towards your left side. So if you'd like to kind of hook that elbow, you can. You can also stay lifted here, okay? It's going to give you a little bit more of a core. Or you can start to open those hands up. So you're reaching bottom hand down and top hand up. You can also start to reach back and behind you too. Check out your knees, make sure they're not racing. Making sure they're staying parallel. And then we'll stay here for 4 more breaths, really reaching up. And then if it's available, maybe we twist deeper with that exhale. Creating space and length with your inhale, and maybe diving deeper into your pose with your exhale. Good, 2 more breaths. Deep breath in and out. 1 more and let it go. Take an inhale to lengthen, and then as you exhale, we'll bring our hands together, heart center and prayer. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Shake it up. Okay, we're gonna practice for our second seated twist, eagle pose. So for eagle pose, and for those of you that have had me in class before, you know I mess up my lefts and rights, so you may just have to watch me. And mirroring is really hard, guys. So we're gonna take that your right leg, I already did it, and you're gonna bring it up and over your left, okay? So this is your eagle pose. If this is causing already some pain or discomfort that you wish to not have today, you can extend your bottom leg. So you can extend your left leg down and then wrap your right leg on top. Okay, so everybody's found their version. So we're gonna sit up nice and tall so you've got your right leg on top, okay? Pressing down through your sitting bones, we're gonna bring our hands out in front of us. So we've got a couple options for our arms. Since our right leg is on top, you're gonna bring your right arm on bottom, okay? So you can come into a traditional eagle arm bind, okay? And if your shoulders are not wanting to do that today, you can tap your shoulders with your hands instead, and just think about keeping your elbows lifted. Good. So now we want to think about our core. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, keeping our elbows lifted, shoulder height here. And just find a spot that's in front of you. Sometimes I like to stare at my thumbs and try to find that stillness. Tune into your breath and see what you can engage. Think about sitting up taller as you inhale And then holding everything together as you exhale. Good. Deep breath in and out. Good. Breathing in and out. Good. We're going to slowly release our hands first and then release our legs. Take your legs out in front of you. This is really technical, guys. And then shake them out, right? Super technical, okay? So shaking that out, shaking it off. Shoulder shrug if you need to. And we'll set up our other side. Aren't you glad you don't have 3 sides of the body? We'd be here all day. So we're going to take our left leg up and over this time, sitting up nice and tall, okay? So you want to think about squeezing those thighs as much as you can. So I know we kind of sit like this a lot. This is a little bit different. So we're going to squeeze in. And then this time, since your left leg is on top, your left arm's going to go on bottom, okay? So you're doing the opposite. So you can tap the shoulders, or you can go straight into your eagle arms, okay? Good, so we're gonna try to sit up nice and tall on those inhales, and then kind of squeezing everything in on those exhales. Good, finding your focal point. We call that a drishti in yoga. A deep breath in and out, squeezing everything together on that exhale. Good, 3 more breaths, breathing in and out. Good, 1 more deep breath in and out. We're going to slowly release our binds, release our hands, kind of whatever you need to do with your shoulders, and then release your legs. And then the super technical, make sure you do it right, leg shake, right? Good. Can't see your faces with your masks. Okay. All right, so for eagle, you traditionally do that twice. So we're gonna practice that a second time. So we'll set up your right side. So your right leg's gonna come up and over, so just how you did it the first time. And then your arm, so remember your right arm is underneath your left, okay? We're gonna add a twist this time. So we're gonna sit up nice and tall, okay? Elbows are close to your shoulder height. Good, take a deep breath in, and then start to turn towards your right side. Good, deep inhale, and exhale. Good, 1 more deep breath in. And as you exhale, turn to center. Take a full breath in, and find your left side as you exhale. Deep inhale, and exhale. 1 more here, deep breath in, and then turning back to center as you exhale, and releasing. Good, rolling out those shoulders, and then releasing your legs, kind of giving them a good little shake there, real technical. And then let's find the left side. So your left leg's gonna come on top, okay? Sitting up nice and tall, and then we'll bring those arms out in front, and this time your left arm's gonna be underneath, okay? So finding your version, and we'll sit up nice and tall, create that posture, find your focal point, your drishti. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, turn towards your left. Deep inhale, and exhale, squeezing those legs together. Another deep breath in, and out. We'll come back to center as we inhale, and find your right side as we exhale. Good. Deep breath in, and out. Sitting up nice and tall with that inhale, and exhale, twisting it out. Good, let's come back to center. Release those arms, shake them out. Release your legs, shake them out. Good, you guys got a little standing in you today? All right, so best way to stand is widen those legs to hip width. We're gonna take nose over toes as we come all the way up. Good. All right. Okay, so for our standing today, I want you to go ahead and stand behind your chair, okay? Okay, so I'll show you my side. Good. So standing behind your chair. I know we got our jackets and everything on our chairs, so just if you need to move anything to your seat or onto one of those tables, you can. So we're gonna stand about hip width apart or wider if that works for you. And so staying nice and close to your chair, I just want you to think about rolling up onto your toes and then rolling back to your heels. Good. And then once you've got that down, your toes, think about inhaling, and then with your heels, think about exhaling. And if you'd like, you can add an arm reach. So we can take that right arm up and then swing it back as you come to your heels. And then take your left arm up. Deep breath in, reaching up, and then swing it back as you come to your heels. So think about connecting your movement with your breath. Deep breath in and out. Good. So maybe following your thumb as it lifts up with your eyes, and then looking down to the seat of your chair as you come to your heels. So let's do this 2 more times. 1 more each side. Good. Deep breath in and out. Good. And we'll finish with standing up nice and tall. So we talked about sitting up nice and tall in our chair. So we want to think about that as we're standing as well. So just think about how you're holding your weight in your feet, and maybe kind of move around from your toes to your heels, maybe your arches, the insides of your feet. Just kind of roll those feet around. Notice how you're feeling. Shake your knees a little bit, and then take a deep breath in and stand tall. Think about where your shoulders are. Good. You can keep your hands on your chair. If you're feeling good about your balance today, you can bring them down by your sides. We're just going to take 2 powerful breaths here. Deep breath in. Think about engaging that core, and exhale. Good. 1 more deep inhale and exhale. Good. Okay, so we're going to move into our balance exercises, and we did eagle in the chair, so now we're going to do it standing. Yay. Okay, so come to, some of you, I can't see your face, but I could tell from your eyes on how you thought about that. But okay, so we're going to come to the right side of your chair. Yeah, right side of your chair. Okay. So your standing leg is going to be your left leg, so your inside leg to your chair. So what we're going to think about with our eagle pose is we're going to take our right leg up and over just like you did in your chair. And then go ahead and let your toe rest onto the floor. Good. And then we want to connect those thighs. So we're going to start to lower our hips, still standing up nice and tall. We want to think about closing the gap between our thighs. So we want to try to keep them nice and close here, okay? And if you want to practice an added balance, lift your toes, okay? So we're going to lower those hips, and then everyone lift your chest. So you want to stand up nice and tall. Good. Right hand can come heart center. Good. And if you want to practice the full eagle, you can bring both hands heart center, or you can come into your bind. Okay, so your right arm is underneath your left. You can maybe sit back into your eagle. Okay, so we're going to stay here for 2 more breaths. So deep breath in and out. Good, and keep one hand on the chair the whole time. Deep inhale and exhale. Good. We're going to slowly start to stand up, unwind, bring your arm down by your sides, and just shake it out. Good. And while you're shaking it out, go ahead and come to the other side of your chair. So you may have to kind of turn it around. Okay. So we're going to find that balance in your standing leg, right leg this time. So left leg's going to come up and over. You're going to think about kind of closing that gap. So if you, think about if you had a ball or something and you want to hold that ball in, okay? My poor niece, she's getting ready to turn 12, and she had to go to the bathroom really bad one day, and she practiced eagle pose to keep it all in. So she's probably going to get sick of hearing that story. But so you can rest your toe down, okay? Or you can lift that leg, okay? But we want to lower those hips, keep our chest lifted, and then find a focal point. Find something that's not moving. For your hands, okay? You can bring your hands out into your eagle, okay? So this time, left arm would be underneath. You want to keep your elbows up nice and high. You can also do the shoulder touch. Okay, so finding what works for you, or you can hang here all day long. Okay, good. 2 more breaths. Deep breath in and out. 1 more inhale, big chest lifting up. And as you exhale, see if you can lower those hips. All right, and shake it out. Let's release. Shake it off. Okay, so we're gonna do a couple down dogs, but just being really mindful of your chairs today, because normally when we're in that room, we have our mats so they're not slipping as much. So you should be completely fine, but if you feel uncomfortable in any way, so go ahead and turn your chair to face you. Okay, so you can have the seated part facing you or the tall part, just depending on how low you want to go with your hands. That's what's going to determine how you turn your chair. Okay? So while we're facing our chair, okay, we're going to just start to take a nice slow forward fold. So just think about a nice slow exhale, taking your time to slowly find your chair, letting your hands rest onto your chair, whether it be the seat or the handle. Okay? And then take a look at your feet. Okay, we want to keep that head dropped. Remember the bobber in the water. And then start to take a walk back away from your chair. Okay? Keeping your fingers spread out nice and wide. And for your downward facing dog, you want to think about pressing back through your hips. And you're going to feel a nice opening through your underarms. Through your back is going to start to lengthen. And the sides of your body are going to lengthen. So think about dropping your chest towards your thighs to create more length. We're going to take 2 breaths here. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, kind of press down through your heels. Another inhale, spread your fingers out nice and wide. And exhale, dropping your chest. Good. On our next few breaths here, think about taking your dog for a walk. So you're going to bend one knee and bend the other. Good. Another deep breath in and out. On your next inhale, look forward and take a big step forward with your right leg. So you're going to take your right foot and step forward to where you have about 2 feet in front of each other, okay? So both toes are gonna face forward. And then I want you to look towards the top of your chair, okay? And take your right hand and place it in the middle of your chair and extend your left arm out. We're gonna come into a twist, trying to keep both legs straight here, and then reach your left arm up and over. Good. Keeping your hand, one hand on your chair. You're right, there you go. And then see if you can look up at your thumb for another 2 breaths here. Deep breath in and out. Reaching up, twisting. And then as you exhale, we'll drop that hand back to your chair and step your right leg back to meet your left for your second downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, maybe walk your dog here if you'd like. And then on your next inhale, step your left foot forward. So you're keeping a hip width distance between your feet. You want to make sure both toes are facing forward here. And if one toe's kind of coming out at an angle, just widen your stance. Good, so this time, left hand's gonna come to your chair. Extend your right hand out to the side, and you're gonna reach up and over. Good, deep breath in and out. Really looking up at your thumb if you can here. Twisting a little deeper on those exhales. Deep breath in to reach up and exhale to release. Step your right foot forward and come into a forward fold. So you can keep your hands on your chair, or you can go a little deeper. Maybe you find that arm swing again and just kind of swaying left and right, maybe wiggling your hips out, bending your knees. Make making sure you drop your head here. On your next inhale, we'll slowly roll one vertebrae up at a time to come back into standing, holding onto your chair as you need to, and then coming all the way up. Good, rolling those shoulders like you're gonna stick them into your ears, and then rolling them down your back. Good, all right guys, let's have a seat. So go ahead and turn your chairs to face forward. Lots of chair moving today. That's your weightlifting part of yoga today, is moving your chairs around. Still haven't gotten new jokes, guys. All right. I gotta work on it. All right, so we're gonna come into figure four pose in our chairs. Also kind of a version of half resting pigeon. So with your right leg, you're going to take your ankle and cross it over your left thigh. Yep, good. So you want to keep that right foot flexed, okay? Keep your left foot planted and sit up nice and tall. If you're looking at me like I'm crazy, you can extend your left leg out and bring your right ankle closer to your left ankle. Good. Still flexing your foot, and you're still getting a good opening here in that hip flexor, okay? Good, so we're gonna sit up nice and tall. One hand can go right above your right knee, other hand can go at your ankle. Unless you have it extended, you can just keep both hands on your lap. Good, we're gonna take a deep breath in. And if this is working for you, if this is providing a pretty intense stretch here, just think about your breath. Think about calming your shoulders, making your shoulders are away and down from your ears. And then finding a focus point, something that's not moving, to focus your eyes on. And then soften your eyebrows. Sometimes we really put tension into our face and our shoulders. So try to soften those areas and think about breathing calmness into those tenser areas in your body. If you want to add more to this pose, you can hinge forward over your hips. You want to keep your chest lifted so your back is still straight, just hinging forward. Sammy over there's got a good hinge forward. Good. And just breathing. Maybe you hinge a little bit more as you take an exhale. Think about sitting up nice and straight as you inhale. Good. And then on your next inhale, if you did hinge forward, go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Release that leg and take it and extend it forward with your heel down. Take your hands to your left thigh and we'll hinge forward just to get a nice little stretch to the back of that leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. You guys didn't forget about your left side, did you? No? There's no reaction with the mat system. Okay, let's move to the left leg. Got a little laugh there from Valerie. Okay, so we're gonna take that ankle, cross it over. So same thing here. So the different sides of your bodies are gonna work completely differently, which you guys already know that. So this side may work differently, where it works better to extend that leg forward and cross lower at the ankle, or setting it up here. So once you've set up your version of this pose, bring one hand above your knee, other hand at your ankle, and just start to tune into your breath. Tune into how this pose feels in your body. And if you'd like to go forward, hinge forward. If you're good where you're at, stay where you're at. That's just as powerful. You can look at a focal point here, trying to stay at one spot. Tuning into your breath, tuning into your body. Good. One more deep breath in and out. As you inhale, go ahead and release your pose nice and slowly, taking your ankle off of your knee and extend that heel forward, and then find your quad stretch here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll underneath our knees, sitting up nice and tall with an inhale. And as you exhale, start to slowly turn to your right side, finding our supine twist. So maybe both hands can come to your right thigh. Maybe you start to look over your right shoulder. Maybe your hands start to drift towards the side of your chair, maybe the back of your chair. Sitting nice and tall for another 2 breaths in and out. Inhale and exhale. As you breathe in, start to slowly turn back to center, and then finding your left side twist as you begin to exhale. So just a nice fluid movement over to your left side. Maybe your hands start to climb towards the sides of your chairs. Maybe looking past your shoulder, taking a deep breath in and out. Inhale and exhale. Nice and slowly, we'll turn back to center. And on your next inhale, take your right arm straight up and overhead and bend at your elbow to find your left ear. And then slowly lower your right ear towards your right shoulder, taking a deep breath in and out. Good. If you'd like to, you can try arm circles. You can extend your right arm out and try an arm circles here. You can look down at your floor, look up at the ceiling, just noticing the different targeted areas that you could stretch through your neck here. Staying here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll drop that right arm, take your left index finger to your temple, and boop yourself back up to center. And just lower that chin towards your chest. And then we'll begin the other side. So when you're ready to inhale, we'll take our right hand up, lower it to your left ear, right ear comes over to your right shoulder, giving yourself time to kind of sink into this pose. And then if you'd like to add your arm circles, you can. If you'd like to start looking down and then looking up, you can try that as well. There's no right or wrong here. Isn't that wonderful? No right or wrong. Just noticing how that feels through your neck. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll release that left arm. Take your right index finger to your temple. And let me hear you. Everybody's got to boop as they come up. Right? You can't take yourself too seriously. And then tuck your chin into your chest. And we'll slowly start to scoot back into our chairs, to the back of our chairs. Lowering your heads down, relaxing from, the hips up, just trying to relax your entire body. And tuning back into that breath, that conscious breathing, slower inhales and slower exhales that you created in the beginning of class. Tuning into that now. And just reflecting on how you feel at this moment in time versus the beginning of class. No judgment, just reflecting. You feel more at peace, you feel tired, it's nap time. Do you feel more energy? Do you notice the breath in and out of your body for the first time today? Just reflecting. And then we'll bring our hands heart center in prayer, sitting up nice and tall. The love that lives within me and the light that is within me honors and sees that same love and light within each of you. I can't begin to explain my excitement of just being here with all of you today, still offering the virtual classes to those at home. And I hope that you each go about your days and have a wonderful rest of your day and week. And I'm so glad that we're all able to be in this room together. And remember, just take it one step at a time. And with that, I bow forward and give all of you my most sincere namaste.